Something is happening in South African football that has sparked massive debate, emotion, and pride all at once. And at the center of it is the Kaizer Chiefs captain himself, Brandon Petersen. Imagine this. A player leads one of the biggest clubs on the continent, carries the pressure of thousands of Amakhosi fans every weekend, and still finds himself left out of the biggest football stage in the world. That is the reality Brandon Petersen is facing right now after being snubbed from the Bafana FIFA World Cup squad. But what he did next is what has the football world talking. Instead of anger, instead of controversy, instead of frustration, Petersen chose peace. He chose family. He chose faith. And Amakhosi supporters, this is where the story becomes deeper than football. After missing out on the World Cup selection under coach Hugo Bruce, Petersen posted a powerful message on social media. A message not about disappointment, but about gratitude. He shared a heartfelt moment with his wife and children, showing the world that sometimes football is not everything. And listen to what he said. "In the eyes of my wife and the smiles of my 3 children, I see everything I'll ever need." That line alone hits differently for any footballer, because behind the noise, behind the criticism, behind the selections and omissions, there is a human being, a father, a husband, a leader. Now here is where it gets even more intense for Kaizer Chiefs fans. Petersen was also one of several South African players who turned down a sponsored trip offered by Sports Minister Gayton McKenzie to travel and watch the FIFA World Cup opening match in Mexico as spectators. Yes, even though they were not selected in the final squad, they were still invited. But Petersen and others said no. They chose not to go. They chose something else. And Amakhosi fans, this is where the debate explodes. Was it pride? Was it principle? Was it disappointment? Or was it simply a statement that if you are not part of the action, you don't want to sit in the stands? Comment right now and tell us what you think. Was Petersen right to refuse the trip? Or should he have gone to support the national team? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to Amakhosi Zone for more Kaizer Chiefs updates like this. Now let's bring it back home to Naturena. At Kaizer Chiefs, Petersen carries more than just a captain's armband. He carries expectation, he carries pressure, and he carries the identity of a club that demands excellence every single week. Chiefs is not just a team, it is a legacy. A club where every mistake is magnified and every success is celebrated like history. So when your captain is overlooked at international level, it naturally raises questions. Is he underrated? Is he being judged unfairly? Or is competition just that strong? Even former Bafana star Benny McCarthy stepped in to support Petersen, reminding him that better days are still ahead. That kind of message tells you everything. The football fraternity sees his value, even when selections don't. And this is where Kaizer Chiefs fans must understand something important. A goalkeeper's world is not just about saves, it is about mentality. One mistake can define you, but one strong mindset can save your entire career. Petersen is showing something deeper here. Resilience, stability, emotional maturity. For Chiefs, that matters, because going forward, Amakhosi need leaders who are mentally strong under pressure. Players who don't collapse when things go wrong. Players who understand that criticism comes with the badge. And Petersen, despite the international setback, is showing he still stands tall. But the big question remains. Does this rejection from the World Cup squad fuel him, or does it weigh him down going into the next chapter with Kaizer Chiefs? That is what every Amakhosi supporter should be watching closely. Because if he channels this emotion the right way, Chiefs could have a captain with something to prove. And that is dangerous in football. Now we want to hear from you, Amakhosi faithful. Do you think Petersen was unfairly overlooked? And do you believe he can come back stronger for Chiefs this season? Smash that like button, drop your comment, and make sure you share this with every Kaizer Chiefs supporter you know. Because at the end of the day, Kaizer Chiefs is not just a club. It is a belief, it is a family, and it is a battle that never stops. And as long as Amakhosi stand together, the question remains loud and clear. Who can really be against us? Stay locked in with Amakhosi Zone, and we march forward together, stronger than ever.